Right. Welcome to this HonCast.com presentation. I'm Breaky CPK and I'm gonna be your shoutcasting host. Joining me is Feel the Thrill of the HonCast F, and this is a TMM number 789, and we have Team The Punisher versus Team Dark Icy on the Hellborn side. This is gonna be a best out of one series. I mean, first thing first. Phil, how you doing?
You monkey bitch.
Well, you know, Bricky, I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm doing pretty good.
You probably get more poontang than I do right now, and I'm married, but my wife's pregnant, so I have to wait, and she's about to pop, and then I gotta wait after the healing process, and I'm extremely depressed. You want to know my life story too?
Oh well, yeah. Oh, that's interesting right there. A dark green player actually spreading out his life, and myself being a Marine. I mean, we learned that in the Marine Corps, you learn you need to express your feelings and stuff. So it's pretty interesting to me.
Hey, you're an awesome guy then. Hey, kudos to you, just so you know. Even though I'm a drunk right now, I mean it in sincerity. Okay, 100%.
Well, thank you right there. I mean, it kind of feels like back then in 1999, and I was I'm not sure. I don't really actually remember where, because it's probably not true. But I mean, Anyways, I'm gonna take over, Phil. So we see on the Legion side, we have Gladiator, Eluna, Berserker, Plague Rider, and Lord Sulfuris, sorry. And so we see that's triple melee for both sides. So we're gonna probably see a melee solo mid for both teams. So that's gonna be a pretty interesting lane to start off.
And a side note from the Pro Dog suggested Mystic Vestment.
So we actually see Dark Green actually stepping up to be a leader from the team right there already. You know, it's like spreading out the knowledge. You know, like, oh, there's a lot of magic damage, so you should go Vestments. You know, so that's pretty smart. We see actually Rampage calling mid right there, which is fine, I guess. He's probably gonna win his lane, but we'll see how the rest of the team thinks about that. So
I agree. Rampage mid. That is the best mid currently. Otherwise it's me, but I've had plenty to drink tonight, and I would suggest somebody else.
Alright, so we see the Pro Dog. I mean, we know that player. You know, he's ready to make sacrifices just so his team can win. I mean, the team always needs that kind of players. You know, like we see in MSI, like Fresh Pro, always suicide laning. You know, it's important someone take the hits for the team. You know, so right here I mean, Team Dark IC, we've seen Pro Dog do that like how many times now? I can't even count. Like not enough fingers. Even if I take Phil's finger out of my butt, there's still not enough fingers to count the amount of time he's done that already. So in the meantime, we see actually the Grip player actually kind of being mad, you know, just not really realizing he can mute players. I mean, we've seen that happening time and time again in these casts. So we're gonna see how he does after he realizes he can mute, or maybe he's gonna change his mind and start listening.
Be careful, that fucker's gonna go immortal. I've seen him go immortal just because he wants.
Damn. So we. Of course, I mean, Team The Punisher, you know, of course, good players. Actually seen that matchup quite often. I mean, Dark IC with Pro Dog versus The Punisher. It's not the first time for sure. You know, those two teams, you know, they kind of... It's interesting, you know, they know each other. It's a good rivalry, you know, so that's really interesting. In the meantime, we see Gladiator actually taking some massive arrest damage from this Rampage, and Rampage gonna get the first blood already. and spamming K-pop song in the chat. I mean, first blood at 1 minute in the game, that's pretty fast, you know, so we're gonna see how this gladiator recovers from that. It's gonna be pretty hard. This is pretty good for the Hellborn side already, so in the meantime we see, I mean, nothing too special. Plague Rider actually deciding to lane bottom, which is pretty weird, and the Hellborn side actually decides to not ward the pull, so they lane against a Plague Rider and with no pull ward. So I mean, that's pretty much a lost lane already. We're gonna see how they manage that, but it's gonna be really hard for them. In the meantime, we see this Rampage actually harassing with his charge. You know, this Rampage is just destroying this Gladiator. He's trying to stun him. He actually lanes the stun on him, but I mean, nothing's gonna come out of that. Rampage with a bottle already, just out regenerating this Gladiator. This is pretty bad news for him. We see actually completely no wards on the Hellborn side, so this Rampage is gonna have to, you know, just get some runes. We've seen actually HonCastMyself being pretty lucky on the runes. I mean, decently lucky, I guess. So hopefully the luck keeps going for him. In the meantime, we see Gladiator just taking yet again some massive damage from the Rampage harassment, and this is really bad for him. Still level 2 and not achieving a lot of farm. Getting harassed yet again. It looks like a very hard lane. And we see HonCastMyself actually failing to guess the rune at top, so that this is a good chance for this Gladiator to actually get some farm right there. But if he gets Horn Strike yet again, but we see a big kill right there by Myvis at bottom, which is very good. I mean, a lane that expected to lose since the start, and we see Rampage actually wasting a bottle charge right there for no reason after tower hit him, but I mean, can't have it all, I guess. Plague Rider actually TPing bottom right after he dies, so I guess he had some money right there to spare. See Gladiator yet again with, I mean, no regen already, level 4. He's probably getting a bottle for himself right now. We see Rampage charging back to the middle lane, and that's Gladiator's cue to fall. Falling bad, maining down actually. It's pretty good achievement, decision from him for sure, but I mean, he's gonna have to main up someday.
Well, the problem being is he's lacking in experience at this.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, only level 4 versus level 5 Rampage. This is pretty much unfair matchup right now. On strike hitting for like 10 million damage, and we see Magnus getting a top right there, kill at top. I mean, we know a Rampage and Valkyrie lane is very strong. We've seen that lane actually said to be the best lane in the game by some. Pretty much unkillable and able to get some kills, and we see yet again this Rampage actually getting a kill right there in middle and spamming some bid macro. Maybe the other team's gonna catch up and realize he's Brazilian and be mad about it. So I mean, this is like the psychological aspect of the game. We've seen actually HonCastMyself abuse that many times, and we're gonna see if it works this time again. Hopefully for him it's gonna work, but I mean, all the lanes are pretty much winning right now. The Valkyrie actually has pretty decent farm on Marchers at 4 minutes. I mean, it's not bad, it's not great either, but I mean, the other lanes are doing pretty good for sure. Magnus actually it looks like he's going for Mana Ring right there, which would be pretty good for the team, but Midas is probably gonna get one as well, so pretty discutable item choice right there. In the meantime, we see Berserker actually with no regen and being really low HP right there. Plague Rider is probably potting him right there while the pause is going on, and the pause was actually called by Mr. From the clan Fag0 or Fago, maybe Gen Titan, who's actually missing from top right now, and probably maybe he went to get some tissues in the bathroom to go cry because he died earlier. Can't really tell right now. Actually, a very bad manner ping player right there, actually unpausing the game. I mean, he doesn't have all night, you know, he's just unpausing right now, and we see Gladiator actually trying to stun this Rampage and failing horribly, and he's gonna get pulled into the tower right here by this Rampage, but Rampage kind of failing right there. Gladiator still running out, but Rampage gonna stun him yet again and get another kill with his charge, or getting stunned. No, he's not. This strong thing is stunned with his charge, and big plays yet again, and I mean, this Gladiator is just so bad, you know, he's really bad, so We see actually even Brown typing yet again. Even his macro's not enough, you know. He's just expressing his thoughts right there. So 5 minutes, bottle and face boots for this Rampage at mid. This is very bad news for the Legion side. Chicken yet again, we see it not getting upgraded by the Legion side. The Hellborn side actually going for a no support lineup, it seems like. It's gonna be pretty interesting. We're gonna see like how this Hop 3 less player is gonna out support no one. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, we've seen him feed a lot lately, so hopefully for him he's just gonna get his game back and do something good this game. In the meantime, we see some pretty equal farm on the top lane with Ring of the Teacher and Boots on one player, and we see Boots on Valkyrie and Boots on Magnus, so that's not bad. We see actually right there Rampage activating a DD rune, which does some massive damage to this Gladiator, and is gonna charge into the tower and get the kill right there on Gladiator. Taunting before, and Gladiator yet again misses his stun on this Rampage. Rampage actually forgetting to queue his chicken back to the base, but I mean, no harm done right there. So this, I mean, this blue player is just feeding this Rampage at mid, and Rampage actually not gonna roam top because the rune is not there. We might actually see him roam more, but I mean, if blue just keeps coming mid and feed him, there's no reason to leave, right? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
There's no reason to leave.
exactly, like.
Since the other lanes are actually controlling well enough because of the fact that we're actually 1-6 right now, and it's not just from Rampage. I think, relatively speaking, there's no reason to gank at the moment.
So yet again, I mean, we might actually hire this guy for co-casting with us sometime, Phil. Well, you know, Bricky, like, we don't really need him. I mean, I'm there for the competitive insight already, and I mean, like, there's no need for help. Like, seriously. And we see actually Gladiator hairballing really hard right there on his stun. I mean, not even hitting a creep right there, not even close to this Rampage. This Rampage are actually like 3 screens away at least, so must be pretty demoralizing for this Gladiator when no items, or just not hitting a stun, like getting nonsense stuns. Like, what is this? This Rampage not even having any trouble dodging those stuns. Not even close. And we see Lord Self-Forest actually coming in to gank this Rampage mid, but I mean, nothing's gonna come out of it. Look, Rampage with his phase boots way too fast for anyone at this point. So this is this looks like a 15-minute concede for now. Oh yeah, I mean, like, you see the kills, 8 kills and 1 death for the Hellborn side, so this is pretty terrible for the Legion side. You see Self-Forest actually roaming top, trying to gank this Magnus and Valkyrie, but Valkyrie just sleeping away, you know, and Self-Forest with the bad hero he is has nothing to stop that, so tough luck for him, but nothing comes out of that. So we see Gladiators yet again, you know, staying mid with low HP. We see Rampage actually initiating on this Gladiator, gonna try to charge him and pull him back from the tower. Actually missed a hit right there, but it's gonna be enough right there. Actually canceling his attack to taunt him and spamming right after. And we see Aluna actually sniping him, but nothing comes out of it. And we see Rampage actually picking up another rune, and Ace rune on Rampage is just, you know, destroys everything. So yet again, looking very, very bad for this Legion side, losing every lane terribly. Even the bottom lane actually losing. Oh yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable, Bricky. You know, like, you could say like a Plague Rider just wins a lane by himself, but I mean, he actually lost there, and he had the pull, he had everything to win a lane really easy, and actually just threw the lane to a Gemini and Midas lane, which is, I mean, just subpar when you think about it. And we see actually Rampage actually TPing top right there on the Self-Forest, Magnus escaping with minor HP, Rampage actually popping his Ace rune, he's gonna stun this Lord Self-Forest, and big arrow attempt by this Valkyrie, but nothing comes out of it. But I mean, the Self-Forest is down, and this Aluna is gonna get dove right here by this Rampage, actually charging him to get not juked, and big slows, haste rune, nothing he can do. Actually falling to this Valkyrie last hit, who comes in and KS's this Rampage. I mean, the Rampage doesn't really mind. 5 kills already, you know. Picks up the double right there, and I mean, this is just a massacre, you could say. Oh yeah, like, totally brick. I mean, the Legion side is just doing nothing right there. Gladiator still with no items. This is just complete humiliation. This Gladiator actually playing pretty bad when you think about it. You mean bad, Phil? Oh yeah, that's what I mean, Breaky. Sorry, pretty bad. Yeah. In the meantime, we see Valkyrie actually pinging the top rune for his Rampage buddy right there. Maybe trying to redeem himself from the 2 KSs earlier, which is pretty, like, it's a nice move. You know, you just have to keep the team spirit up at this point of the game. The team can't really throw this game at this point. We see a big arrow attempt by this Valkyrie, but a creep actually stepping right into it, and the Gladiator yet again missing a stun attempt that we see he just falls. Like, Rampage is not even using a spell once. He's just like give up already. As John said he should. Oh yeah, this is just, I mean, Breaky, yeah. Okay, thanks Phil. So, in the meantime, we see actually Rampage, you know, just not caring too much anymore. The game's pretty much over. He's gonna have a Helm of the Black Legion really soon as well, so I mean, unless this Berserker actually carries somehow, this Legion team is just done. No one has any items on the team, it seems, except for the Berserker with his steam boots, but I mean, it's too little too late. Plague Rider actually hitting 6, so he has some kill potential. Maybe they are gonna pick up their second kill of the game. That'd be pretty impressive. So we see actually Berserker using a spell on this Midas that no one really knows what it does, but what can you do? So we see actually Rampage charging his Gladiator at bottom lane. So we're gonna see what happens right there. Valkyrie actually missing his arrow, and we see big stun by Gemini on this Gladiator and big slows. So this Gladiator's gonna fall, and Berserker's gonna fall as well from the stun Rampage, and you know, this is just a complete stomp. To be honest, this is just sad.
Complete stop. Everybody teamwork, awesome.
Yeah, this is just too much teamwork. You know, like we've seen leaders like just start at the beginning of the game, like Pro Dog actually just stepping up and, you know, leading his team to victory. And in the meantime, we see Magnus actually falling to Seluna right there. Was trying to sit in his team bed, but I mean that's not enough. So I mean, good try from him, but I mean it's 2-for-1 exchange, so this is pretty bad.
One of your structures is under attack. The Legion have destroyed tower.
We have to understand the fact that we did participate as pain as far as understanding each other's circumstances.
Come on.
So we see actually right there yet again Pro Dog leading with a completely coherent sentence for sure. I mean, everyone pretty much understood what he was trying to say right there. And yet again, you know, just leading his team for sure. Yeah, Breaky. Thank you, Phil. So, in the meantime, we see actually Rampage picking up the regeneration rune, and Eluna's gonna fall right there to a gank from Rampage charge and Gemini stun. But actually, no, he falls into fog. But you know, Rampage actually gets the charge off, and he's gonna die. You know, for sure. Right there, you know, Gemini actually missing his stun, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, it might matter actually. Rampage not getting juked by this Eluna, you know, not gonna happen. He says. Yet again, just calling out the beds, you know. Magnus, big stun initiation, and we see Plague Rider actually not ulting right there, getting ulted by Rampage for no reason, really. Rampage actually using his slow and is gonna charge this Sulfuris, who's gonna die to this Valk, Midas, and Magnus combo. Magnus actually getting the last hit. No! Valk yet again showing her last hitting skills and getting the last hit right there, so. Yet again, I mean, a one-sided fight.
What about this fight is that Gemini actually split to get rid of the dot, so that the lower Sulfuris did not.
Oh no! And we see, yeah, a big disjoint by Gemini on the dot, but we see right there, you know, Rampage actually falling to this chain of Berserkers, so that's too bad from there. And we see Eluna actually trying to pull off some big stun on Valkyrie, but just failing miserably. Maybe you should go practice in Dota or something, like some Windrunner practice, because that was pretty bad.
Not coming down from the interpretator here. This is awesome. Narrator going down.
For sure. So Phil actually, I'm not sure if you saw, but right there someone actually said he loved you. That's a change. Well, you know, Breaky, like, the haters don't get to me, you know, I don't care. I could really not care less, you know, just people hating me just fuel my inspiration, Breaky. Wow, that's great for you, Phil.
One of your structures is under attack.
So you see the 15 minutes coming out, and we're gonna see Brown trash talk yet again. And we're gonna see the reaction from the Legion side. Actually waiting probably to kill this Valkyrie right there, but Valkyrie is aced for 20 more seconds, so he's gonna... Oh, and yes! Yet again a miss stun from this Gladiator, but the Contagion nuke from Plague Rider actually getting the last hit right there, so a 4th kill for this Legion side, who might actually keep playing, it looks like, but I mean... I think it's probably over even then, and we see Aluna actually gonna try for the big stun on the Rampage. No, actually just landing a 1 second stun on this Rampage, and big chain from this Berserker is gonna... No, actually we're gonna see Lord Flores getting ulted by this Rampage right there, and it's gonna fall for sure. No, the tower actually changes target, but Rampage still gets him. He's gonna stun this Berserker and try to get out of this bottle, but I mean there's just too much damage right there, or not. I mean big bottle jukes, and he's not gonna get stunned by this Gladiator actually juking just everything, and just getting a kill, get out of there, and call this so bad. So we see Aluna actually trying to snipe this Rampage yet again, and Rampage being pretty low right there, and he might actually just die right there. But big stun by Magnus, and power supply, nothing's gonna happen. We see actually that the brown player is gonna get reported by this orange player, who's probably mad because he died. So bad and mad, just. This is just really bad for him, Plague Rider actually escaping this Valkyrie right there mid, and in the meantime we see actually a 0-8 Gladiator dying for his 8th time, actually. So this is pathetic, We see Berserker actually getting stunned by this Magnus right there, and Berserker getting charged by this Rampage as well, but, Berserker's just gonna fall to the well. It's like he knew Rampage was coming, or actually started realizing he was dying way too much and just went back to well. Yeah, I mean, this Legion side really needs to start playing much safer if they want to have a chance at this game, but I mean, it's pretty much over already, Rampage being way too far, Magnus actually has a PK really soon, and we see Midas with the spell shards already, so this is really bad news for them. And they're not making anything happen. We see Gladiator actually right there, picking up his first item of the game, Boots of Speed and a Crushing Claw, so he's gonna have his phase boots, Ghost Marchers really soon. Wow, I mean, like, when I play Gladiator, I just try to get my phase boots before 20 minutes, and I'm happy with that. So, let's see if he gets that. Are you sure that's good enough, Phil, for, like, high-level games and competitive play? Yeah, I mean, I've gotten Ghost Marchers on Gladiator at 22 minutes in my last 1900 game, and I was fine, Oh, okay, well, maybe the Legion side actually has a chance right there. We're gonna see what they do, and we see actually Magnus stunning this Gladiator getting charged by this Rampage, but I mean Midas just way too much damage. Sulfur is actually gonna try to get out of there, but not gonna get out, and we see Rampage actually chasing this Luna arrow attempt, and it just airballs onto the creep. In the meantime, we see Plague Rider actually picking off this Midas in the back, but I mean Plague Rider's just gonna die right here. He's dead for sure, yes. Last hit by Valkyrie yet again with his DD run, or DD run activated, so this is just...
No reason to have this go for that.
So we see actually Pink actually just trying to rally his troops and just make them push and finish this game, which is pretty logic, this game's over. They could just push in probably at this point, which would be pretty early, but I mean this is just a complete stomp. Oh yeah, for sure, and we see Magnus actually tanking the tower right here. Might actually get sniped by Luna. That would be pretty big, We're gonna see what happens here. No, Aluna actually not even trying, that's pretty interesting, so... Can't really judge him, and keeping his mana, or maybe his ult is on cooldown or something. In the meantime, we see Rampage... Like, he's working on his Shrunken Head, not actually going Souls or Desolator, or whatever it's called, Shield Breaker, so... I mean, pretty interesting choice. Not going for the damage route, more tanky route, that's fine, that's fine. Oh yeah, when I go Rampage, I always go tanky route. And why is that, Phil? Well, I mean, it's just, I mean, you do damage already, so... Okay, well, thank you, Phil, for that great insight. In the meantime, we see Midas still stuck at level 1 spell shards, but he's probably gonna upgrade those pretty soon. We see Rampage actually getting chased by this orange player all across the map, probably gonna try to gank him, but his hero just doesn't do anything, so good luck with that. Yes, actually, he can't really come solo. I mean, he's level 8, and there's Rampage almost level 14. In the meantime, we see Plague Rider actually picking up. I mean, he's got his boots now, and a second Ring of the Teacher for his team, if I'm not mistaken. One on the Luna already, so that's pretty interesting. We see Sulfuras actually getting charged right there by this Rampage. Valkyrie might man up on Sulfuras right there, and very easy arrow right there. We're gonna see what happens right there, and I mean, Sulfuras is trying to run from an hasted Rampage. And not gonna happen, and we see yet again Gladiator just missing his stun. This is just, I mean, free kills. Valkyrie actually gonna ult right there. No, she has no mana to make his team escape, so big bolt right there by this Gladiator, and we're gonna see what happens right there. Rampage going pretty low, but he's just gonna stun this guy and get out. Valkyrie actually finishing the kill onto their Plague Rider, and Berserker just failing, getting stunned by Magnus, and just the whole team really. Midas coming in for some heavy damage, and hat-trick coming out for this Valkyrie, and concede votes, and the GG well plays coming out, and the so beds already, of course, and the Brazilian flag actually not getting finished on this macro right there. To the great deception of this round player.